At Healthcare Partners Medical Group, our mission is to provide the highest quality of healthcare to each and every patient. With 5 locations in Pahrump, we are local doctors you know and trust. We want to thank you for choosing us. Quality care starts here.
Former Nye County Commissioner Gary Hollis is now in the consulting business. He is representing a client who is unhappy with the proposed 4-story senior living facility on Gamebird.
I have Hollis Consulting, and I had this business before I became a county commissioner. Right now I represent Brandon Goodhart. Brandon bought a house there on Gamebird, and he bought some land next door. He bought that house for making money in the future and have some property values. And then this assisted living place wants to make more traffic going down Gamebird. When I looked at it, I just shook my head. I don't even know where to start.
How many units are you talking about that this is proposed
Hundreds.
assisted living?
It's 4 stories high.
Oh, really?
One other thing, it's so far away from the hospital. It's so far away from emergency services, and that includes the sheriff's office and the Pahrump Fire and Rescue. It's just unbelievable that somebody wants to. And one question I would have asked is, how are you going to evacuate that many people out of a 4-story building?
For assisted living, which is at various degrees of disabilities.
Right, you got low, medium, and high. Depending on, you're going to put the high down on the first floor. Hopefully these people can walk downstairs, because once there's a fire, you can't use the elevator. So I really didn't know where to start on this. I mean, it's so wrong of a place, it's unbelievable.
And we continue that story with land and water issue consultant Gary Hollis, who speaks on behalf of his client Brandon Goodhart, who's contesting that 4-story senior living facility.
And I want to make sure everybody understands that this is not Assemblyman Goodhart. This is his son, Brandon. Brandon came to me himself and said, "I want to hire you to take care of this for me."
This has nothing to do with Ed or Renee Goodhart at all. This is their adult son who bought a home, who's not interested in having this facility built next to him. He's worried about traffic. What's some of the other concerns that he has?
Well, you're going to bring other people in, and they'll be casing the joint probably, I don't know. The big thing of it is he doesn't want the traffic, and he wants to live just exactly where. The reason why Brandon did this is so he would have some property values in the future.
So how far along is this proposed assisted living facility at this point?
Last Wednesday night, they postponed the agenda item so they could look at some other lands around Pahrump, and I would say that they need to be 3 to 6 miles from the hospital.
And you have this consulting business and a vast knowledge of things like this, like having land development and getting things approved through the county commissioners, regional planning commission, and such. How can a person hire you for consulting in this case?
Well, they can call me at 727-3169, and I'll be happy to talk to them. I don't take every client because I have to believe in what the client wants to do before I'll take them on. But this kid here is working in California, and he wants to come home every weekend to a quiet neighborhood.
Every Friday from noon until 1 p.m., a phone conference town hall meeting will be held at Assemblyman James Oscarson's office, located in the Hafen building next to Nevada State Bank. The public is invited to attend and ask questions. The Nevada State Legislature is in its 3rd week. We're going to speak to our Assemblyman, James Oscarson, about how the Assembly bills are going right now and what to keep an eye out for.
There's a lot of things going on. We're 2 weeks into it, starting our 3rd week next week. We're starting to have introductions of bills, starting to have committee hearings, all the things that are going on that are going to start the process rolling, and it's a very exciting time in the Assembly.
The bills just seem to be coming in right now, a lot of propositions of different ones. What's some of the ones that you're really looking at?
We're looking at any of the healthcare bills that are coming through. We're looking at the privacy bills. Anything that affects the rurals, we're particularly keeping an eye on. Want to make sure that that those rights are protected and the things that are happening in the rural areas are brought to the forefront.
You and Pete Gocochea today had a little call-in thing down there at your office at the Hafen building. How'd that go?
It went great. We would have liked to have had more people there, and hopefully, as it was our inaugural day today, so as we go on and have things happen, we hope more people will be able to attend. It was great. He and I were there together, and we answered some questions about some bills that were going on that we were both working on. So it was a great opportunity for us to share some information with the constituents.
That's something you really talked about in your campaign, is keeping in good contact with the people here in Pahrump.
We did, and Senator Gocochea wanted to be here this evening, but there's just no way he could get here in time. I just walked in the door here from the session, so it's tough to get down on Friday nights to do things. But the senator and I feel very strongly. Actually, we have a constituent services office here in Pahrump, which is the first time that's ever been done. So people can actually come to that office and listen to these conference calls on Fridays at noon, and we can share and we can answer questions for them. The only way we're going to be able to keep in the loop is for them to keep us informed.
So people can go to your office down there and speak to you live every Friday?
Every Friday we'll be calling in at noon. So anybody that wants to come down and take advantage of that, we're happy to have them.
Is there anything else that you would like to let people know about that might be something that they'd like to keep a kind of an eye out for?
I just want people to know, and Pete's a big advocate, as Senator Gocochea as well as an advocate of this. We need to make sure that you guys keep us informed of what you're hearing. If there's things you're concerned about, if there's bills you hear about, sometimes there's some confusion in those bills, sometimes there's not, and it's just blatantly something that you don't feel is good for the community or for the rural areas, Pahrump, Nye County, or some of the other areas. So please let us know. Don't hesitate to call my office. Don't hesitate to to email me. I'm happy to respond, and I respond to every one of my emails personally. There's no form letters that go out. I respond to them personally.
Give your email address.
It's james.oscarson@asm.nv.state.
If you would like to contact either Pete Gocochea or James Oscarson, you can do so, or you can go to the Hafen building there right off of Highway 160, and their office is right in there, to have a live conference with them every Friday from noon until 1. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. The Pahrump Valley Republican Women held their 33rd annual Lincoln Day dinner at the Pahrump Nugget. President of the organization, Renee Goodhart, spoke to News 46 about the fundraising event.
Tonight is our 33rd annual Lincoln Day dinner. We do this event every year. It's a fundraiser, and we raise funds for campaigning and our candidates for the Republican Party.
Who's speaking tonight?
We have our Senator, Dean Heller, is our keynote speaker tonight, and we're very happy to have him here.
And what else do you have on the program for this evening?
We have raffle prizes, we have door prizes, and we have a live auction put on by the Nye County Republican Central Committee.
And also I saw Lynn Peterson, the Fat Cats up there, kind of entertaining the crowd here.
Yeah, we have a nice band, Lynn Peterson and the Fat Cats, and they've been entertaining us during cocktail hour and during dinner.
So this event is very well attended, isn't it?
Yeah, we're pretty much a sellout crowd every year, and we're really happy.
The Republican Women do a lot of fundraising, a lot of events throughout the valley, including supporting our troops. And tell some of the things that you guys get involved in.
Well, this past year we sent one World War II veteran on the honor flight. We donated money to the World War II honor flight program. We sent Valentine cards to our veterans at the local Las Vegas Veterans Hospital. We did senior baskets for our shut-in seniors that went out with the Meals on Wheels from the Senior Center, and they each got a basket. We donate to Nathan Adelson Hospice, Comfort Care Hospice. We do senior high school scholarships and Manavan and lots of other different little community organizations we support.
So if people want to get involved in the Republican Women, how can they do that?
Well, we have our meeting. It's second Monday every month. It's at 7 p.m. at the Senior Center on Basin. And just look we usually have our events notified in the briefs on the papers. And
if people would like to donate to it too as well, can they do that?
Definitely. We have a P.O. Box 21 in Pahrump, 89041.
What else is coming up next for you guys?
Next will be our fashion show. We haven't picked a date for that, but that's more of our community fundraiser.
When we come back from this break, much more local news.